There have been many movements over the decades of our country. The civil rights movement was instigated in order to receive equal and fair treatment. There were many methods, such as marches, bus boycotts, and lunch counter sit-ins. They were seeking the ability to attend school, to vote, and to own property, and to just be treated fairly, like all other citizens of America. The women's movement included women fighting for equal pay, the ability to make their own decisions, and to vote. Right now we're in the MeToo movement, where women are just asking to be heard.
A bombshell that's rocking Hollywood tonight.
Those new bombshell allegations against Hollywood movie producer Harvey Weinstein.
Ashley Judd becomes the first celebrity to go public with her allegations of sexual misconduct against Harvey Weinstein. Women have been talking about Harvey amongst ourselves for a long time, and it's simply beyond time to have the conversation publicly. In a statement to the paper, Weinstein says, "I came of age in the 60s and 70s when all the rules about behavior in workplaces were different. That was the culture then. I've since learned it's not an excuse, in the office or out of it, to anyone." Then, October 15th, 2017, a movement begins. It all starts with Alyssa Milano tweeting, "Suggested by a friend, if all the women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote Me Too as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem."
In less than 24 hours, there have been over 12 million Me Too posts on Facebook and 650,000 tweets on Twitter.
It has never been about one man or even hundreds of men. The past year has been about change.
Women have always had to put up with catcalls, inappropriate comments, and harassment in the workplace, often with the threat of losing their job if they were to report.
An estimated 33 million American women have been sexually harassed, and an estimated 14 million have experienced sexual abuse in work-related incidents.
The system essentially protects 100 other people like that, because if you have the power and the money to create agreements that cover up essentially a very serious criminal action, then I dread to imagine, what other things are being covered up.
Now in 2019, conversations have been opened up. They are raising awareness that this is a problem, and it continues to be. In many corporate settings and in Hollywood contracts, there is usually a non-disclosure agreement. Many of these have contained the ability to protect the abuser and take away the rights of the person who might be accusing them. Non-disclosure agreements are being shifted so that they don't protect the abuser and create in-office mediation so that the accuser can actually seek legal action.
I understand that non-disclosure agreements have a place in society, but it's really important that legislation is changed around how these agreements are regulated. You cannot have a legal document that protects a criminal. You can no longer hide sexual assault or abuse in a non-disclosure agreement.
There have been new codes of conduct created within workplaces and politically to ensure that women will be able to protect themselves and tell their stories without retribution.
Changes come in the form of Senate Bill 1300 that outlaws non-disparagement clauses, Senate Bill 820, no secret settlements, Senate Bill 224 strengthens prohibitions against harassment in professional relationships, and Assembly Bill 3082, sexual harassment education for in-home support services.
But this isn't about Hollywood. This is about the abuse of power.
These bills look to end the rape culture that continue the exploitation and abuse of California's most vulnerable workers.
They hope the laws will spread across the country.
Awareness without action is hollow.
Now in 2019, where is it we are trying to go with the Me Too movement? Statutes of limitations made it so that you only had 180 days to report, or possibly to your 19th birthday. These limits are being extended. So what is it that the Me Too movement is asking for? We are asking for understanding. We are asking you to listen to the victims and to not brush them aside. We are asking courts to prosecute and not protect the abusers. We are asking businesses to give fair placement, fair treatment to everyone that applies for a job, not just those at the very top. In the end, what the Me Too movement is seeking is for women to just simply be heard and to be able to feel safe.